Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, December 2nd, 2021, and you can find this 131 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy. You can watch me terribly fail at video games Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
And you can watch me play video games every single Monday night, except maybe this one, depending on what happens, at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And you can find the both of us on Twitter. I am at MarcusB814.
And I am at Nick Vern, that's NickVern. And in this week's episode, we're talking about kitties, bidets, and brown eyes. Hawkeye with KittyKissz. There's no other required introduction. Kitty, welcome back to the show. And what have you been up to?
Hi, you guys.
Hola.
How are you doing? It's so good to see you. Thank you for having me back. I really appreciate it. I listen to your stream every week. I look forward to it comes out on Thursday, but my big days are Monday and Tuesday at work, so I usually save them. And I love it. I listen to you guys every week.
Well, we appreciate that. Can I ask your opinion?
Sure.
So, shoot it straight. So, I would say for the last 20 episodes, Nick and myself have turned this podcast into almost a longer form podcast.
Yep.
I feel like it's just the conversation just goes and it goes until we're done, right?
Yeah.
We still have our structure, but it's not, I would say it's less structured.
Yeah. We still hit the same structure points, right? But the sidebars go on, and it's just we let it flow.
It's
right,
long form. Yeah.
Right. It's long form. So I guess my question to you is, as a listener that's listened to the show for years, do you prefer the long form or the shorter form?
I prefer long form. It's way more organic. It doesn't feel forced at all either, that's real conversation, real people talking to each other.
So you don't like forcing it, but you just
No.
forced a bunch of kimosabi noodles in your mouth?
Kimosabi noodles.
Yakisoba. Is
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say.
Yakisoba, you Greek fuck. You feta cheese olive eating fuck face. Get some culture.
I know. Gee, it can't be all grape leaves all the time.
But they're delicious.
I know. I eat those things like candy.
I went in Kitty's stream.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm so excited. Oh, I said, no. What do you get when you add 2 Greeks in a flannel shirt? And he went right over his head. He was like, he read it and he was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I was like, tomorrow night's Working Class Nerds. And he still didn't get it for a minute. And then I had to explain it. Nick and I are Greek. You wear flannel shirts. Oh, I get it now.
Right.
I don't think Marcus gets it when people are being facetious.
No, I don't think he even realizes what facetious means.
Of course I do. I'm not that fucking dumb.
Anyway,
Meanwhile,
back.
back at the
Thank you.
ranch.
Meanwhile, back on the stream. Meanwhile, back on the stream.
Turn your mic down a little bit.
Oh, my
Okay.
God. Some
There
slight
we go.
clipping has occurred.
Yeah, well, it's because he was screaming at the time. No,
I
you're good.
know.
It's he clearly was screaming in the mic in excitement.
Yes.
I think
I
all
am
three of us
so
have been.
overwhelmed and intimidated by you two.
Yeah,
That's
right.
facetious.
Yes.
Anyway, so Kitty, what have you been up to?
I have been up to so much stuff. I am incredibly busy these days with streaming and the other things like work and the house and all that kind of stuff. But we meaning Kitty Treats and myself, Kitty Treats is officially my girlfriend. Kudos to her.
Whoa!
And
Congratulations.
Yeah. And we did a 12-hour stream in appreciation for 2,000 followers to
That's
the,
so
the
amazing.
stream.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
I was there for as much as I could be.
You were there. I appreciated it. You
It was
popped
like-
in and like dropped some bombs and then
out. That's usually my way. Like, I try to tell people, like, I'm so busy. Like, everybody laughs at me about watching streams in the shower, but when I get to watch somebody stream in the
Everybody, aka Kitty.
no, everybody else,
intro.
Chimera, anybody stay alive.
doing in there, you pervert.
Yeah, but like when I like that's 20 minutes of me getting to enjoy somebody's stream, because literally if I come in your stream and I'm there for 5 minutes, I don't think people understand how busy I am. That 5 minutes of me chatting with you is like that's the only 5 minutes I have to do that.
Right.
And like if I get to come in your stream for 5 minutes, it's not an egotistical thing to say. It's like literally that's all the time I had to stop in your stream, and it means more to me to be able to stop in for that 5 minutes than just not coming in.
Right.
You are the busiest person I know. Well, you're an alien, but
Yeah, because
No,
you're the
I'm not.
busiest alien that we know.
I'm not an alien.
Marcus is like
See, that's what an alien would say.
exactly what a
Nick,
scroll
am I
would
right?
say. Exactly. The scroll infestation has begun.
I've also been switching from slobs to OBS Studios, and it started off like it was going to be really easy, and now it's just a pain in the ass. So
Yep.
with the
Streamlabs to a regular OBS, Nick.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
So instead of
What do I
going
use?
through all that rigmarole, I've decided to buy a new board to help with the dual stream that Kitty Treats and myself are doing on weekends or when she doesn't have to work.
Mhm.
And as soon as that became a thing, I was like, fucking hell. I feel like I can sleep at night. Otherwise, I'm like, okay, I got to figure this out and this out and this out. And my brain doesn't go, all right, you can't figure it out. Let it go.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
like,
let it go.
you dwell on
Let
it.
it go.
Let it go. I believe I can fly.
But you know, so I'm going to circle back real quick to your 12-hour stream.
Yes.
So, well, I can't just let it go by.
yeah.
You celebrated 2,000 followers, which that is such an awesome feat. Like what people don't realize is 2,000 people clicked the heart on your page and said, I like this dude.
Mhm.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
that's absolutely what happened. That's no small feat. That's 2,000 people.
It's pretty amazing.
So that's a lot of
Maybe
people.
like 1,500 if people have 2 accounts, but still, my point being, that's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
And streaming for 12 hours is a long time.
Yeah, but
yeah, it's rough.
let's be honest. I wasn't alone. It was so easy. We had so much fun that we had planned on going longer, but my voice started giving out and I was just like, I can't keep talking. Like
Yeah.
right now my voice is getting pretty shot from yelling and screaming in excitement on the podcast tonight.
In the pre-show?
The end in the pre-show, right? But yeah, I've been just really busy for me. And then as soon as we get that new soundboard, hopefully all the technical bullshit will go by the wayside. I'm
That's awesome.
very excited. Yeah.
And with your 12-hour stream with the both of you, what I liked a lot about having the 2 people is when you went to go take a leak, Kitty Treats was there just jabbing with everybody, or she was like the police for the chat. So if you missed
she's
something,
amazing
she
with
was
that.
like, oh, hey, Marcus, or this or that. And she was like on point with the chat. And because sometimes you get so wrapped up in Space Barbie, you don't look at chat for like 12 minutes and like it's like scrolled like 60,000 times and you miss all of it. But she was right there to be like, nope, hey, this,
Yeah.
hey, that. And it gets you to like realize it. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to keep up, especially when I'm trying to pay attention to what's going on in the game and then looking at chat and answering stuff but yeah,
All the
she's
above.
pretty amazing. Speaking of which, I was going to talk about being in a relationship. I took about 5 years off and was completely celibate. Like I need to get some shit worked out in my head and
Yeah.
get to a space that I'm happy with just being myself and happy being alone. And it's a trip. Like being in a relationship is awesome. I'm totally enjoying it. It's great. And not to mention, like, you know, she likes the same stuff that I do. I like the same stuff she does. So like date night is watching movies and eating Chinese food and gaming. It's the fucking best.
It's what you would like have normally wanted anyway. So
Right.
it worked out perfect.
It's
Well,
great.
Yes, it does make a difference when you have some like-minded
Interests and,
yes
and things.
thank
Yeah,
you.
it does. It
Like
really does.
100%. Because if you're with somebody that you have nothing in common with,
Yeah.
it actually makes it really hard because they don't understand you or you don't understand them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I think that if taking time off and just getting yourself settled, do it. If you're out there, you're listening, and every relationship that you've been in the last 50 years has ended poorly, take some time to yourself. Get your head worked on, get your head screwed on tight. Do some therapy if you want.
Right.
And I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. It like keeps getting better. I'm like, holy shit.
Well, what's crazy is
That's the
you
best.
can see it, a big difference in your presentation on stream.
Oh yeah.
Like you can tell you're fucking happy.
Yeah.
And something else that's happened that on your stream is now you have these stretch goals and like Kitty's stretching and he's got a camera of him trying to like
oh right.
get his hands to touch the floor and it's hilarious because he can't. And I'm like, dude, suck less. Stretch. Stretch.
Right.
Well,
Well,
it's weird.
some people actually will do it with me. They'll get
Oh,
up
no
and
kidding.
do it. And I can, when I first started, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, maybe a little more. I can touch the floor now. Like I
That's what I'm
was
saying.
barely being able to touch my feet, and now I can totally go past my foot and touch the floor. And it just seems like it's getting better and better. Not to mention, when I first started doing it, I was fucked up. It messed my back up a bit. All my muscles are they're so tight and so they're so
Not stretched.
not stretched. And
Right.
I'm telling you, start stretching, you guys. I saw this older couple walking down the street and they were just like all hunched over and I went, I cannot be that person when I'm old. I want to be able to like kick someone in the jaw if I want to.
Right.
And it's
be like-
great.
Well, it's funny because before my daughter was born, like the last season I played competitive paintball, my daughter was born and like, fuck, we used to stretch like crazy and I'm pretty nimble for a fat guy.
Yeah.
Like actually
Marcus
really
is super flexible for a fat guy.
But like, so the other day I was trying to do the stretches that I used to do. Dude, it was like, I'm like, why can't I touch over there now?
I
And
know,
my
right?
whole body, like you were saying, like my back was screaming, my legs. I was like, this fucking hurts. And I'm like, holy shit, I used to stretch this and this was nothing before.
right.
And I'm like, wow, this is when you stop doing something that requires it, you're like, I don't have to do it anymore.
Right.
And now because like I don't do that, like when I do some like crazy like stairs, like at work or moving cabinets, like carrying cabinets through houses,
Jesus.
like at the end of the day, my fucking top of my legs gets so fucking sore and I'm walking up the stairs like, ow. And I'm like, man, I'm a little bitch.
No, yeah, right?
Like, what the fuck happened to me?
Yeah, you're not a strong like bull anymore, or flexible.
Too much feta cheese
Exactly, and grape leaves.
and grape
All-
leaves and
Yeah.
olives.
Why did you take Greek and make it Russian?
I don't know. It's my
we are
go-to.
going to.
It's
we're
my
going
go-to accent.
Kitty,
yeah,
tell
it's-
it.
Go ahead.
No, you.
It's great. And this is a long time ago, I read somewhere that it takes about 30 days to break a habit or start a habit. And I've tried different things throughout the time since I've learned that. And I found it to be true, probably 95% of the time. And since it's been about 3 weeks, maybe a month with the stretching, I'm starting to feel different. Like my body's starting to feel different. I feel like I'm able to get more comfortable when I'm in bed, and it's pretty cool.
You're able to
Not to
bend
mention-
in. You're able to bend in ways you never thought possible.
Exactly.
In bed. That was the Chinese fortune cookie I got.
Wow. Help,
I gotta-
I'm being held hostage in a fortune cookie factory.
Quick sidebar. I really need to find a good Chinese food place near me. There's got to be one in like Indian Orchard or something.
There is.
Because there's not one in Ludlow, but I can't find it.
I got your back.
Okay.
I got
Try
your back.
this.
What's the spot?
It's called Google.
Yeah,
If
but
you type it in there,
I
you'll
looked
just
up- I
have
looked
so
it
much
up on the-
information.
on the Google, and it led me astray. Now
Okay,
it's
so
starved.
the problem
It took
for
you to Bang Bus. That's the internet's fault.
So Nick. So the problem is your town and the surrounding town don't have any.
right.
Wilbraham, which is probably like just up the road from you, like
Yeah.
that's probably like 12 minutes from your house. They have bomb diggity Chinese food. If you drive 14 minutes, Ginger Blossom, legit, like the best.
Where is that?
Springfield, near Wings Over Springfield. It's right down Parker Street.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Like
Okay.
it's worth it. Like the commuting to get good Chinese is worth its weight in gold.
Oh, for sure.
Like you can't get subpar Chinese because
Oh my god,
Your
it's
ass-
awful.
your asshole is going to be on fire.
There's a Chinese food restaurant literally walking distance. to
It's
my
the
apartment,
worst.
and it's horrible. Like
That
Chinese
is-
kitchen or whatever. It like so bad like that I literally threw away my leftovers.
Holy
which
shit.
is a lot for Chinese food leftovers. Like that's a pretty low bar of standards. And
Oh,
I was
that's, yeah.
What
like,
is
the lowest?
Okay, I got to ask this.
Like Safeway Chinese food.
because now
Worse,
I'm really going to want
worse.
fucking Chinese.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Gary, Chinese tomorrow.
Mom, the meatloaf.
So my question is, what is your favorite Chinese food?
Me first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Nick.
Well, General Tso's chicken's my favorite.
Okay.
That's
what's
my
your-
Fuck
go-to.
Yeah.
That's my go-to like main dish. I can chat about sides as well if you'd like.
Do you now? The question is, do you do the General Tso's with the white rice, or do you do General Tso's with pork fried rice?
Oh, pork fried rice.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta have
I mean,
fried
you-
rice.
typically it comes with like some small white rice, but I almost never eat it anyways. I'll like make it into breakfast or something.
Dude, if I do it, like I'll take the white rice,
Yeah.
and I'll pour a bunch of it in with the General Tso's, and I'll mix it all together.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's that stuff they eat in the South? It's spicy. Oh my god, I can't think of the name.
Not grits.
In the South?
Yeah, with rice and like sausage.
oh,
and,
jambalaya,
yeah, gumbo.
gumbo, whatever.
Gumbo, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever you
I
call
think
it.
gumbo's the soup. It's probably jambalaya. you're
Oh,
thinking of.
jambalaya. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mix it
jambalaya.
up like a General Tso's jambalaya. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's fantastic.
Did you guys ever watch the documentary on General Tso?
No,
I think it's on Netflix. You should check it out. It's great. It's really interesting.
he liked spicy food, and they were like, we're gonna make a chicken after him.
And he's a general. It's an order.
Yeah. So anyway, so Kitty, what is your favorite Chinese food?
My favorite is General Tso for sure, with the fried rice. And I love egg rolls.
Yes!
Egg rolls,
Egg rolls.
dipped in sweet and sour sauce.
For sure.
Or duck
Get it.
sauce.
This is the same thing.
No, it's not.
No,
Duck sauce?
Duck sauce
Sweet
is
and sour-
way different.
Yeah, it's duck sauce and sweet and sour are completely different, Nick.
I will
Like-
kill you.
Yeah,
Okay.
like what are you talking about? Duck sauce
I
is
failed. Okay, I
Yeah, like,
failed.
duck sauce is the greatest dipping product ever created. Like I'll dip my fucking fortune cookie in duck sauce. That's how much I
That's
like it.
disgusting.
No, it's not.
Duck
Take that
sauce
back.
sucks sauce.
No way.
Way.
So my favorite Chinese food is the egg roll.
Yeah.
Egg roll.
Yeah, like I order 2 egg rolls, and I'm always like, I'm gonna save one for tomorrow for lunch.
Never happens.
Fuck no. I take I clip the end of it.
Oh, and you pour the duck sauce in?
No.
Oh, that's what I
But
do.
like I bite the end because and then I just take the whole thing and dip it in there, and so it gets smothered in the duck sauce. Bite it, dip it again. Bite it, dip it again. I'll eat a whole the little plastic container of duck sauce on one egg roll.
You know what I do? I'll bite the end off the egg roll and then just pour the duck sauce right in.
No,
Right in the top.
nope, that's not me.
This is the way to do it.
Okay.
You take the egg roll, and usually they have it's not quite sweet and sour. It's not a duck sauce. It's a lot
Soy sauce,
less thick. It's the consistency of soy sauce, but it's not. It's like fish sauce, soy sauce
Like a
with
dumpling
some
sauce
sugar in there. And what you do is when you get your food, you stick your egg roll in that sauce. So it's like halfway in, halfway out. And then you gobble down your other egg roll the way that you normally will, right? And then you start eating your food, and then a little while later, you'll grab the one that's been sitting in there, and you just and then stick it in again, let it sit for a little while. Oh my God, it's the best.
Yeah, and the problem with me with Chinese food is like once I start, I can't stop.
Exactly. It's like I eat so much. I order like a preposterous amount, and then I eat a preposterous amount. It's bad.
It's easy to bring back to life the next day, though.
Oh, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Quick microwave, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's where fried rice came from. It's all the leftover bullshit and all the leftover rice that they had sitting around. They're like, okay, this is a waste of product. Fuck it, throw it on the flat top with all the other shit, put some soy sauce in it, and call it good.
Good to go, and it is delicious.
It's so good.
I like lo mein a lot, too. Anybody like lo mein? Like a nice pork lo mein?
Nah, not really.
Not a big deal. I like lo mein.
I do like yakisoba noodles, though, too.
Yeah, those are great.
Like
I don't even know what those are.
Yakisoba noodles and General Tso. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's the move.
Die a happy man.
Charity ops.
Marcus, are you typing right now?
Yeah, can't you hear my 2 fingers?
Yes.
Tick, 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 tick. What about you, Nick? What have you been up to?
Wow, what a great transition, Kitty. Thank you. So my big event is that my fucking motherboard broke on my computer.
Well, okay, so
that's the leading theory.
Well, so the leading theory is yes, because it's happened to me. So Nick either has a blown CPU, a blown motherboard, or his power supply is fucked.
Right.
So tell everybody the symptoms.
So
we're going medical with Nick.
I love it.
Patient presents to the emergency department with as a 8-month-old PC. Anyway, all right, whatever. Anyway, so I was on stream last Monday, and my PC crashed. Now, it's crashed a couple times before, but very sporadically, and things happen. So first my game crashed. I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Then I restarted it, fine. But then when I went to restart the game, my whole PC just froze. Like my cursor for my mouse was nowhere on the screen. My keyboard input, nothing happened. Even if I hit Control-Alt-Delete, nothing happened at all. It was just like whatever was up there. Even my chat on Twitter, like my Streamlabs was like not showing anything either. Nothing was changing. So I hold down the button to hard restart my computer. I do. It comes back, whatever. And then I start things up again, and boom, same thing again. Complete crash. But this time I got like the blue screen. And I'm like, ooh, okay. So I wait a little while, shut it off, turn it back on. The BIOS menu comes up. I'm like, everything looks fine.
And shot balls.
What are you showing me? Is this person shotgunning a bottle of tequila?
Yes.
Well, that's aggressive.
Well, that was a hangover town.
That was a whole bottle of crappy tequila. Anyways, back at the ranch.
Meanwhile,
back at the ranch.
I really need to get that as a sound clip whenever I get it.
Yeah, just remind me, send me a text. I'll record it for you.
Beautiful. Thank you. So
and just so wait, I gotta say this, Nick. All you need to do is you just need to stay off your phone when you're streaming. But like
it's impossible.
but Elgato
Has an app.
has an app where you can have a stream deck on your phone.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. When I get my new phone, I'll do that.
Yeah, because it's free.
Okay, sweet.
Like you don't need to pay for it. You just download the software, and these buttons become your phone.
Oh, perfect.
Anyway,
so after the second crash, I looked up, the BIOS came up and everything. I like safely restarted it. Pulled up like the in the task manager when you can check your applications and performance of stuff. So I pulled that up. It looked like my CPU was fine. Like looking at the temperatures and stuff. I started the game again, still fine, normal numbers. Everything was normal. And then I pulled up Streamlabs, same thing, everything's normal, restarted the stream. I'm like, okay, I guess it's okay for right now. And then, finish the stream. So then after the stream, I'm like, okay, I'm not that tired. I have Halo Infinite downloaded. I never played it. So I was like, oh, I'll jump in a couple of matches of multiplayer. I click Halo Infinite to start in Steam, and it froze again. Like nothing would move. Nothing was changing. So again, hold down the button, turn it back, turn it off, turn it back on. And then when it froze, the lights, the RGB on my keyboard and mouse shut off. So my screens are up and they're not changing, and then now the keyboard and mouse are not connected to the computer essentially.
Are your fans still running?
Yeah, fans are still running, which was weird. So then same thing, hold the button down, turn it back on. This time when I turn the computer back on, my fans and all the RGB on the actual tower lit up, but nothing else lit up. No keyboard, no mouse, no monitors, nothing. And that's how it's been since.
It doesn't sound like your power pack. It sounds like something else.
Right.
Yeah, because when my power supply went, my PC would turn on, and then it would just restart and restart and restart and restart, and that's a blown power supply.
Yeah.
Because it's not getting the juice to keep it going, and it's just starting and stalling.
Yeah.
So it's either your CPU is fried, but
it's weird because when I'm gaming, right, I keep the numbers on the top. I always enable that.
Yeah.
And it's always cool.
It could just be a faulty CPU.
Yeah.
Like if you have, let's say you have 8 cores, 4 of them could be broken and you wouldn't even know.
Right.
And the game, and then you just overloaded and it finally burnt out. Like you don't know. Anything can happen.
Right.
That's the thing about a computer. Your computers run great until they don't.
Exactly. Right. And then you get that stomach pain.
Yeah.
You're like,
I'm
no.
like, no. Right.
And then everyone around you goes, oh, that sucks. And then in their head, they're going, thank God it's not me.
Exactly. When Marcus has PC problems, that's exactly me. I'm like, thank God it's not mine.
Thank God it's not me.
But then when it happens to you, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
So Nick's tower's here.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
At Marcus's house. Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow I'll do some diagnostics on it.
Yeah. Check the power pack first because
I'm going to. I'm going to
super easy.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug his computer into my power supply and then just turn it on and see if it starts. And
fingers
if it is,
crossed.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
So in preparation, I told Nick to order a new motherboard.
Yeah.
I said, Nick, order a new motherboard. I sent him a list of them that were good.
Yeah.
I said, just order it.
Yeah.
Because worst case, you fucking send it back.
Right. Because I have that newegg.com credit card, which is fucking awesome for this. So if I have to keep it and use the new motherboard, it's 0% interest for 6 months on anything over $200, and then 0% interest for 12 months on everything over $500, which is how I bought the PC to begin with, which is really nice. So I've just been making payments and stuff. But my point being, I can always return the motherboard, which is nice.
Yeah. Well, yes. So like
if it's the power supply, then I can just return the motherboard. They credit my credit card back, and it's like
it's just like any return. As long as you don't open the box, you don't have any bullshit to deal with.
That's so hard to do, though.
Oh fuck that!
I got to get in there.
Yeah, but see, for me, I won't open it. I won't open the motherboard box until it's time to use it.
Right.
Like I'm gonna do all my diagnostics to try to get it to run.
Yeah.
And I'll run the best test is it's not
like that
I Spy.
game.
No.
Well, see, the problem for me that was frustrating is like nothing's even showing up on the screen. Like it's
That's
not connected
weird.
to it. keyboard, nothing on to them. It's not even.
Well, that's your ports. So that's why I think it's his motherboard, because if your ports aren't allowing it to display, like, okay, full transparency, sometimes my computer, like, it won't register the keyboard because I have 70 USBs plugged into my fucking computer.
Right.
And sometimes my computer's like, fuck you.
Right.
I'll unplug it, plug it back in, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But Nick doesn't have all that shit plugged in, and it should be okay.
Right.
I am looking. So if you want to test your computer and try to, I'm going to call it break it.
Yeah.
But I don't mean like snap it. Like destroy it,
like stress it out,
right?
Isn't it a game on Steam or no?
Yes, it's not a game. It's
just a thing, but it's
a graphics. Recently played. Hold on.
Wait, what?
On
It's for
Steam,
testing?
Yes,
it's basically like one cutscene that just stresses your graphics card out to the max.
It's the best. I'm gonna find while you guys are talking. I'm gonna find it.
Millions and millions of polygons, but
well, you want it so it won't like my old computer 3D Mark. Google that, Kitty.
3D Mark.
Like, I've run it for 2.3 hours. So the backstory on 3D Mark was when Nick got his computer, his new computer, I was using my old Titan graphics card. I was like, download 3D Mark, Nick. And he's like, okay, it's like $3.99 or something because it was on sale.
Yeah.
And his score was like 10,312. I was like, wow, that's a really good score. I'm going to do mine. Oh, no, I did mine first, and it was like 9,612. And Nick's like, pfft.
Mine was 11,000.
Yeah,
and
or
Marcus
whatever.
Is like, no, I can't have the worst computer on the podcast.
Right. So, long story short is, that's a great way to test your PC to see how it's running.
Yeah,
because it's going to tell you like what your graphic speed is. And it's going to try to break your computer.
And then it gives you a full report after.
Right. It'll give you, and it's not like breaking your computer, like frying it. It's stressing your computer to the point of like what's your frame rate? Like, it's stressing it to the max.
Yeah.
But it's good because then you know the limits of the computer. Like my old computer, I think my old, like 3 computers ago, the Frankenslut 3000.
Yeah.
Frankenslut.
Well, that's what all my computers are called, the Frankensluts. So the original Frankenslut was the Frankenslut period, and then it was Frankenslut 2000, Frankenslut 3000, and it just kind of went through because it's always been a mishmash of parts. But anyways, like the second one, when I did 3D Mark, my computer just shut down and said, nope, fuck you. It wouldn't turn on for 10 more minutes. It was like, nope, that's a hard no. Well, it's because I put it on the highest settings.
Yeah, and your computer's...
And I was using like a GTX 760, and it was like, bleh.
Yeah, you can't.
As long as mine's running and it's not hot, I just leave it alone.
Yeah.
I blow it out. I give it a blow job every couple months, but other than that, I don't want to. I don't even talk shit to it anymore. I don't want it to get pissed off and turn off.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. So I'm going to do some diagnostics, try to figure it out. And worst case is Nick has to get a new motherboard, which he already has.
Right.
And if it's a CPU, well,
I mean, I'll return the motherboard.
No, you won't.
Why?
You'll just use the
Upgrade.
new motherboard. Yeah, you're not going to, if you're going to change your CPU,
you might as well change the motherboard.
You're going to change the motherboard because what if you plug in the new CPU, but the motherboard was damaged during the process? Now you're taking the whole fucking computer apart.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah, trust me. Like,
okay.
Yeah, it sucks, but trust me, like, if you buy a motherboard, buy the CPU with it.
Yeah.
And then you'll get that nice 12th gen.
Yum, 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 yum.
Well, see.
I hope it's something super easy, Nick.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, but I mean, worst case, what's really nice is like it's really not a financial mega stress. Right. It's a little stress, but it's like I can kick the can because I have this Newegg card.
But
a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but here's the other thing. Nick, you're fortunate that I can fix it.
Right. That's true too. I don't have to try to do it and not know what the hell I'm doing.
Right. If you bought that computer and it broke, you'd be like, I'm buying a PlayStation.
Right. Basically.
Throwing in the towel.
Yeah, because if you know, Kitty, if you don't know how to fix a computer, Like you open up that box, you're like, how do I even take a part out?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Because if you don't know the clip, like I did that before. I've snapped a motherboard because I forgot to push the clip when I ripped the video card out.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like
Wait. Oh,
I've
that
done
one clip.
something-
Yeah.
I've done something similar before. I really was tugging at it hard, and then I realized, oh shit, wait a minute. But nothing happened, thank God.
sperm. Anyway, so Nick, what else other than the shitty PC problems? What
Yeah.
else have you been doing?
I've been watching Hawkeye.
We'll talk about that later.
Which we'll talk about later, but it's awesome. I really enjoy it. And today I got a couple things. Today I got a Christmas bonus from the company I work for, Base Day, which is very cool. They don't usually do that. And then
They made record profits this year, bro.
I don't know if they made profits or not, but their employees hate them, so they gave us $500 each, which is cool. And then well, for like full time, and then like $300 for per diem, and then $200 for our part time, whatever. Anyway, so there was that whole tier. But I also, this check had the extra hours I was making from the emergency department. So between the two things, it was basically like double the amount of money that I usually get.
Hallelujah.
Which is great. Which means like I paid my rent, which like I had to anyways, but you know what I mean? Paid my rent, did like 80% of my Christmas shopping, and and I still have money to play with, which is great for the next couple weeks. I'm a happy camper. And I paid down my my computer, which is awesome. Granted, I'm gonna have to buy more parts now, but still. Anywho. That's more or less. Oh, and also I started decorating the apartment for Christmas, which is exciting.
Yeah, that's great. I found when I was younger, like in an apartment, in the beginning, I didn't decorate Christmas, and like I didn't really get into it.
Yeah.
And like all of a sudden Christmas showed up. It was like Christmas Eve, and I was like,
yeah, it doesn't feel like Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. And like I love Christmas. Like someday, like I tell everybody when my retirement job is going to be Santa Claus and a gift wrapper. I love wrapping presents. I love it. Like I fucking love to wrap presents. Like I get crazy. Like if I'll get a flat board and those lines are super crisp. You got like the sticker has to be on there perfectly. Like I'm a freak when it comes to wrapping gifts, but I also want to be Santa because I'm going to have a gray beard and I'm fat as fuck. So might as well just kind of goes with the job.
Right.
That's awesome.
And I love Christmas. Kitty, what are you getting Kitty treats for Christmas?
I can't tell you because she's listening, but I came up with the best fucking idea I've ever had. It's super sweet and it's
salty.
And it's salty. Waka waka. No, but it's a really cool idea. I'll have to tell you later.
All right, tell me later. Well, while we're talking about Christmas, Working Class Nerds Christmas show will be on 12/23. It's going to Thursday, obviously. And we're going to be live on Twitch.
Yep.
And Nick and I are just going to be drinking beer, and we're going to give each other the gifts. There's going to be no show topic. We're just going to be live, and we're just going to drink beer until we can't see.
You know what? I forgot. Kitty Treats and I are going to be doing a Christmas Day dual stream all day long.
On Christmas?
Wow. Christmas.
See, that's such a good idea because a lot of people don't do it. Like myself, I could never do it because that's fucking Christmas with my family.
Right.
But like on your Thanksgiving stream, when I was cooking that turkey or like doing shit, I had you guys up. It was fucking awesome. I was entertained all day long.
That's awesome. I'm
That's
glad.
great.
We've also started putting together, we're going to do a in-game Secret Santa where people are going to sign up and then they're going to be given someone else in the game to get a gift for.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Will it be server specific?
I think it might be, but it depends. I guess we could categorize it as, okay, what server do you want to do it on?
The best server, Starforge.
What was that?
The best server, Starforge.
You're talking gibberish, Marcus. I can't understand you.
Anyway, so yeah, Nick, like it's so what I'm saying is it's really good to get your house decorated.
Yeah.
Even like the stupidest wreath and you just come home. What I like about Christmas season, and you miserable fucks out there, I don't want to hear your negativity. For me, where we live, like I feel like during Christmas, people are just happier.
Yeah.
Like they're going to open the door for you, or when you walk by somebody and they give you eye contact, hey, how's it going? It's because it's usually just me that's like, hey, waving like I'm Clark Griswold. You know what I mean? Like, hey, how's it going?
Right.
You know, and they're like,
Yeah.
and you're like, you fucking grump. Put a smile on your face, you fuck.
Yeah.
I just had my colon removed. Why is this guy so mad at me?
Yeah, but like, dude, no matter what life brings you, smiling is not hard to do.
Right.
Like, there's always a positive, and somebody always has it worse.
It's true.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Like, you think your shit is bad, the guy next door to you don't even know, is got it 10 times worse.
Right. I have a
fucking smile.
I have the colostomy bag scenario that everything's fucking awesome because I don't have to use a colostomy bag.
Right.
That is true.
Yeah. And you have an e-bike to help you go up the hills.
I do. It's awesome.
Anyway. Meanwhile, back.
So, Marcus, what's going on?
Wow, you're just the awesome third host. All right, I have to ask some questions. You guys want me to talk about the stream first, Santa first, or Black fucking Friday first?
Okay, whoa. I need to know Black Friday, but let's save that to last.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds like. Yeah, save that for last.
All right, so as you guys know,
Wait. First. Okay, go ahead.
Ooh.
All right, can I go now?
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys all know, I work an insane amount of hours, and then I'm a dad, and then I stream and podcast, and it's insanity.
Mm-hmm.
This time of year is really busy at work, and every year I take one job that has to be done for Christmas. And this is the first fucking time ever in my career that by December 10th, my part of the project is done, and there is zero fucking stress for it.
Nice.
It's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
Like me working until 8 o'clock at night on non-stream nights or 9 o'clock at night, like coming home or going back to work after the kids go to bed and working until 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It is all worth it because my stress load is just
Way less.
gone.
Yeah. You know, I was gonna make the point when you're talking about decorating for Christmas and being in like a Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Past few years, like I bet not this past Christmas, but 2 Christmases ago, I had to work on Christmas in the ED, which sucked. But the this past Christmas I was around, and then also like typically I'm an idiot and I'll just leave all my Christmas shopping for like the week of or like 2 weeks before, and like, you know what I mean? Or I'm not really buying all that much stuff for people or whatever. But getting that done, a good chunk of it done today, or like and like having a plan was so like stress relieving. Now I'm like, oh, I can like enjoy if there's all this stuff's done.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You don't have that like retail pressure
Yes.
all the like through
Yes.
like right up to it. It doesn't let you, if you do, it doesn't let you like exhale and relax
Yes.
to actually enjoy like the Christmas season, you know?
Mhm. I do. I know exactly what you're saying. And you want another cheat code? Plug in the Game Genie, boys and girls. I'm about to give you the code.
Okay.
When you're in your car for the rest of this month while you're driving, don't listen to a podcast. Only listen to Christmas music.
Yeah, that's true.
There's your cheat code. Like, listen to a podcast when you're not in the car. Just listen to Christmas music. So today, usually the day after Thanksgiving, I turn on the Christmas music in my shop, and everybody fucking hates it. And I haven't noticed it. And I was at lunch today, and it was your typical, like, Styx classic rock.
Yeah.
And I was like, I stood up, moved the chair, and one of my guys, Justin, he goes, oh, no, don't do it. And I put it right on the Christmas channel. He goes, fuck. And I was like, dude, you're lucky. It's December 1st. or yeah, it's December 2nd, and I turn the Christmas music on. Usually it's on like the 23rd.
Right.
And like, it's just I don't know. It's just a good feeling time.
Yeah.
That's it. But anyway.
Well, any excuse to feel happy, right?
I'm telling you, well, I'm a happy fucking dude.
Yeah.
But like, I just like it because Christmas in general makes people happier. I don't care what holiday you celebrate, or maybe you don't celebrate holidays, and that's fucking cool too. But generally, the month between the whole month of December, people as a whole are fucking happier. Or maybe that they just know that in between Christmas and New Year's, they don't have to fucking work. Or if they do have to go to work, little to nothing is getting fucking done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just accepted. So they can enjoy it.
Yeah. That's a good point. I should take some days off between Christmas and New Year's.
You should take the whole fucking week off. My company is shut down.
Oh, that's nice.
But this year, I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Okay.
Just remind me to tell you what I'm doing in between Christmas and New Year's.
Okay.
So like I said, you guys all know, like, I'm working like crazy. It's insane, but like, it's all worth it in the end for the end of the month. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yesterday, 2 days ago, on Tuesday, we got to do story time with Santa with my kids.
What is that?
I'm going to explain. So there's this awesome farm that my kids love. There's like so much shit to do. And every year they like have Santa, and he reads like 6 books to the kids, or 4 books, whatever the time limit is, right? Because it's like an hour. But like, he reads books to the kids. Like, Julia got to ring the fucking bell. And like, let me tell you something. A almost 6-year-old girl and a 3-year-old boy are mesmerized by Santa.
Oh, yeah.
And my fucking heart melts because I remember being a kid and I fucking love everything about Santa. Like, I love it. I'm the jolliest fucking human being alive when it comes to Christmas.
Yeah, you can relate to Santa.
Like, well, not just because I look like Santa, just a young version of Kris Kringle, but like, I just love it. So my kids, they got to meet Santa like afterwards and get like a picture with him and tell him what they want. So he looks at my daughter and says, ladies first, and says, what do you want for Christmas? My daughter's like, I want baby dolls and art stuff. He's like, all right, awesome. Which ones? And she jabbered and I couldn't hear that. Then he turned to Ryan. Okay. And he goes, so Ryan, what do you want for Christmas? Ryan, like his dad, screams at the top of his lungs, I want the Technic fucking Bat Cave. He screams, Bat Cave. And he goes, so you want a Bat Cave? He goes, no, the Bat Cave. So if you Google right now, everybody, the 33-inch tall Bat Cave, that's all he talks about every fucking day.
Oh my God.
Do you see it, Nick?
Yes.
It's 33 fucking inches tall, and this Batman opens up to, and it says, and he watches these commercials on YouTube. He watches these, he asks for the commercial for it.
It's 33 inches tall, really?
Yes.
Nice. That
When
is
it's
pretty
closed,
cool.
It looks like it. Yeah. So, but anyway.
That's an elevator.
Yeah. Oh, so you're looking at it too. Yes.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
That's cool.
There's a lot of room for activities in there.
Yeah. So I immediately, when he starts talking about this, I'm on fucking Amazon, sold out. Everywhere sold out.
I'm looking at Walmart right now.
Yeah, I
Well,
got
when
a Target.
Yeah,
It's available.
well, all right. Because when you go to order it, or when we went to order it, sold out. So anyways, I said to Carrie, what are we going to do? She's like, what? I ordered that shit in August.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Let's go.
Holy shit. I guess we're winning today.
Carrie's like, it's in the garage, you moron.
But so my final thought on Santa, because nobody really cares about me and my kids with Santa, except me just dad gloating.
Yeah.
They walked out of Santa. Those kids were fucking perfect angels for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Because Santa told them they were on the good list. And now it's like, as soon as you're like bad,
They're like, Santa's watching.
like, you want me to call Santa? You don't have Santa's number. Hey, parents out there, I actually have Santa's number. and it's a voicemail, and they give you space in between the time so you can actually answer Santa, and he gives you the answer.
Yeah.
And it's perfect. Anyways, and it works.
I'll be Santa if you ever need me to be.
I can also be Santa.
But I want you, Kitty. I want you to wear the sexy Santa outfit.
I'm wearing it right now. It's a 2-piece.
Oh, all right. Anyways, so enough about dad gloating because
Anybody else hot in here?
It's getting
It's a little warm.
a little warm.
I tell you,
what else
these
is happening?
nipples could chip a diamond. Is that what we're talking about?
Anyway, so next Saturday, December 11th.
Yep.
I am celebrating my 1K follower stream.
Beautiful.
Congrats.
Whoop whoop. And I am doing it's starting at 7 a.m.
Add that to the calendar.
Yep. So it's starting at 7 a.m. Eastern, and it's going to be my normal stream, but it's a subathon. So for every sub that you get, it adds time to the list. I am going to go up to 12 hours.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Right. So for every sub, like tier 1 sub, it's going to add a couple minutes. I don't know anything about this shit. Chimeri is helping me with this whole timer thing because he did it a while ago. And like, he's like, excuse me, it's really easy to set up. He's going to help me get it all set up for it. So I'm all set for it.
Can you give me the date again there, Marcus?
Next Saturday, December 11th.
All right. Got it.
So I'm going to be starting when you wake up in the morning on Pacific time. I'm starting at 7 a.m. I was going to start at 8 a.m., but if like, I was thinking about it, like if I finish right at 7 p.m. Eastern, if it goes 12 hours, because like, who knows if it will?
Yeah.
I don't expect it to, but if it does, like I can still go hang out with my kids, watch a show with them before they go to bed.
That's
and
a great
here's
idea,
the
right?
wild card. They're going to be home all day.
Nice.
Oh,
So
so they could just like interrupt.
Oh yeah, I'm
Like,
sure.
hi, Daddy.
Yeah, there no doubt they are going to force their way onto this microphone.
Nice.
perfect.
I love it.
Yeah. So next Saturday night, I'm celebrating with all of you. I am going to be doing some insane giveaways.
Nice.
When I say I'm going to be, so I will say I am going to give away one of those Opal mounts,
cool.
which are the exclusive content creator mounts that you can only get from a content creator or BioWare. That's the only way you can get these mounts in the game. And I'm going to be giving one of those away. I'm going to be doing a 2,400 cartel coin giveaway.
Wow.
And there's going to be other fun stuff, but 2,400 cartel coins. You can go buy yourself some sweet Space Barbie shit with that.
Yeah, for sure.
That is awesome.
Or you can just save all the cartel coins like Kitty does for all of the legacy unlocks.
That's right.
I wonder how many cartel coins I have.
Are you still subbed?
Yeah.
A
Well,
lot.
if you're still, yeah, then you're going to have a shit ton. But Nick, you just don't log in, because if I see how many cartel coins you have, I'm just going to get mad. Because I'm just like, just come play the game with us. It's so good.
Oh, I'm sure it has to update.
But anyways, oh shit, sidebar. Nick has announced his next game after Horizon Zero
oh my
Dawn,
God, I forgot.
his stupid DLC that he should already be moving on past, because the story sucks in that. Let's move on. Let's get to the good stuff.
Come on.
Nick, what are you playing next?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
Yeah.
There's a game. It's a RPG.
Hold on. I haven't heard of that.
Dude,
I didn't either.
looking it
Apparently
up
came
right
out in
now.
October.
Yeah, dude, like it's going to be a comedy show, because like it's like all the sass from the movie. The only difference that it might freak me out a little bit for like 10 minutes is that it's not Chris Pratt's voice.
Right. Yeah, that's a little weird. Well,
But-
none of the voices are legit. Like the person playing Rocket is trying to sound like Bradley Cooper playing Rocket, but it's not the same. You know, Drax isn't what Batista or whatever his name is, but
It's like everybody that I know has played it has loved it.
yeah.
And it has all the same humor. Like in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the intro where like they're on that like floating platform and that like giant octopus comes out. Is that Guardians of the
Yes.
Galaxy 2?
That's the second
Yeah.
Yeah. And Groot's just dancing around to the music.
one. Yeah.
And the whole game is like that vibe. And I'm just like, and they have the soundtrack playing through it, which sucks, Nick. You won't be able to play that soundtrack through Twitch.
Right.
You'll have to have your house music playing over it.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does suck.
but that's all right.
That looks
Anyway.
interesting.
Yeah. So, all right. So streaming. Oh, a little announcement for streaming. For the next coming while, I'm only going to be streaming SWTOR. I'm really enjoying my KittyKissz cosplay. I'm really enjoying that. I'm realizing that if I'm going to raid, I don't think I'm going to raid on stream because it's really hard for me to concentrate on raiding and streaming. Like I'm not the biggest fan of just story stuff, but I think if I make all my tunes people that I know and I cosplay as them, it
That's
makes
great.
it more fun. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's
KittyKissz is about a Sith bounty hunter, and he's just hits on everything he possibly can. And every decision he makes is dark side unless it involves a woman, and then he goes light side to try to impress him.
That's great. I
And
love
the
having those little stipulations. It makes the gameplay so much more fun.
Yeah, and his girlfriend is Mako, but the stream has named her Cogboob, and that's her name. So everything she does, whenever she says, "You don't know me, Buster," and I'm like, "That's right, Cogboob, tell him." So it makes it really, really fun and entertaining, but I'm really enjoying it. But I will not be streaming Destiny 2 for a little while, just because I can't. I'm trying to finish the KittyKissz story because I'm going through all of it. And honestly, I'm just trying to push through as fast as I can through Shadow of Revan.
Yeah.
Because I really want to do the Fallen Empire and on as a bounty hunter because I've never done the expansions as a non-Force user.
Interesting.
So I want to see how fucking stupid it is when Valkorion tells you to use the Force and you're like, bro, I'm a bounty hunter.
You know what? I avoided it for a couple years, and then I begrudgingly went through it, and I was kind of, I don't really like it. But the last time I ran through it on a character that was a non-Force user and really paid attention to the story and followed, the kind of why your character is imbibed with the Force, I had a lot of fun. I thought it was good. But
Yeah,
I'm the
just
same way
gonna-
as you. Like
I'm just going to give sass.
sass
Like every
it.
time they say it, be like, bro, I use blasters, not the Force.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I'm actually really looking forward to that. And in 2 weeks, while they say December 14th is the release of Legacy of the Sith, I don't think it's released then. I think it's either coming out the 17th or it's going to get pushed to the 21st.
I hope it's the 14th because I took time off work. So did
It's not.
Kitty.
I don't think it's coming out then. that's-
A wager?
Sure. 1 billion credits.
You don't have 1 billion credits.
No.
Oh, yeah, I do.
I want
I'm almost at
push-ups.
2.
Oh, nice.
Huh?
I want push-ups.
Dude.
I'll bet you 25 push-ups
On stream.
on stream.
I don't have anywhere to like set up a camera to do it.
Just
I'll
flip
buy
your
you a
camera
camera.
around.
No, I have fucking plenty. I don't want to do push-ups.
You only
though.
have literally
But
3
that's
fucking
the
webcams.
thing. That's what makes it suck. Because we have money. We have all that shit. It's the push-ups. You're like, oh, shit.
All right, I'm in.
I don't think
Okay.
I can do 25 in a row.
So you're saying it's coming out December 14th. I'm saying it's not. Perfect.
Okay. That's good enough.
I'm doing the air shake. Nick is seeing me do it. I'm
I
doing
am-
the air shake.
He is indeed.
Kitty Treats, can you see him shaking his hand in the air?
Oh, she can't hear me.
All right.
She can't hear us. I got my headset on.
All right.
Well,
Anyway, okay. What you have all been waiting for. Black Friday shopping.
Dun.
Black Friday.
na-na-na-na.
Black Friday Adventures with Marcus B814.
It's Friday, 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 Friday.
It's Black Friday. So every year I go, and we've had some crazy experiences. I've had one experience where I was driving through one of the parking lots, and there was a dude like crossing the street, and I didn't see him, and I was in my old work van, and I was probably going like 30 around the corner, and this guy jumped off he was literally on the road and he jumped into the grass, and we made this sound like wee, like he's freaked out. He like jumped out of the way before, like we've smashed skulls. It's like whatever. Anyway, so this Black Friday,
Marcus is how many years have you been doing Black Friday?
18.
18 years? Didn't
Yeah.
it start 18 years ago?
No,
How
I don't
long
know.
has Black Friday been a thing?
I don't know.
Before that?
Yeah, before that.
Because the
I'm
first few
Googling
years,
it. I'm going to Google it.
it would be like actual chaos, and people would get into fights for TVs and stuff.
Yeah, so back then, the flat screen was like the dopest dope of the dope of dope. Like if you got a 32-inch flat screen, you were like the coolest dude on the planet.
Right.
Like it didn't get better than that. And then the 42 was released.
Right.
And like if you had a 50, like you were wealthy.
Right.
Like you were the richest dude on the block. Must have been like back in like the 60s or whenever the color TV came out.
Yeah.
You have a color TV
Right.
with a dial?
Whoa.
All right, I got the information for you.
All right,
According
let's
to
go.
the Google.
Wait, do you want to have a Price is Right rules guessing match?
Oh, I already,
No.
I know it. You guys go.
That's what I mean.
30 years ago.
No, no,
What year?
give me a
year.
19 blah blah.
1986.
Okay.
Oh, that is hard. That's like right when I was going to say. I was thinking Reagan. Fuck. Well, I'll go 1978.
The correct answer
I think it's the 90s.
is 1951.
Whoa!
Okay.
We're losers.
Yeah. Well, I was right with Republican president though. I think 51 was Eisenhower,
I don't know.
maybe.
But either way, yeah. So this year, so traditions, right? Thanksgiving morning, the second I wake up, I put on my sandals, I put on a hoodie, and I have my sweatpants, and I drive to the gas station every year, get my newspaper with all the ads in it, and I go home. And everybody's listening, going, why don't you just look at the ads online, you doof? Because
Tradition.
it's tradition and it's not the same.
Right.
So this year I got home. There was no Best Buy. There was no Target. There was no Kohl's ads in the paper. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, so I went to the websites and they showed the flyer that they made, but it was all digital.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. How many millions of dollars did those companies save by not printing ads?
Oh,
A lot.
at least one.
Right. Well, at least $1 million.
Several million, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
think
a
about
lot.
how much it costs to print an ad.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Plus distribute around the world.
At
We've
least
got to
the
get these
US.
papers out now.
Exactly. So anyway, so there was no ads. I'm looking at it. So now, like, because it's kind of a cool thing. All right. It sucks that people are quitting their jobs, but it's awesome because now companies appreciate employees.
What makes them treat them better?
Correct.
Yeah.
So it used to be in the city of Connecticut. Oh my God. The
State.
state of Connecticut, they would open stores on Thanksgiving at like 8:00 at night.
Yeah. That's
Like
terrible.
Black Friday would start on Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
but all of the states around us were like, not anymore. We're opening
Good.
Black Friday in between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. I thought it was awesome. So the thing I was going for was an iRobot vacuum. Anyway, so it was on super sale at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Okay.
Like, so hear me out. And you guys are all laughing because you're like, Marcus.
You lined up at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Well, yes, kind of. But it was the price plus 25% off plus a $40 gift card. So I paid like 40% less than what the number was. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yes, Bed Bath & Beyond. So we went to the stores that opened first. There was nobody out. It was the weirdest Black Friday of my
What?
life.
There's nobody lined up. and
Nobody
stuff?
lined up. I went to, what store did we go to first? I'm trying to remember. Fuck.
Target?
No, Target didn't open until 7.
Best Buy?
Victoria's
No.
Secrets.
Oh.
Macy's?
No, not Macy's. Where did we go at 5?
Kohl's?
Yes. We went to Kohl's and literally there was like 6 people there. They had like 75 employees. Like usually within like the first hour, there's like a 30-minute wait in line to cash out.
Yeah.
We walked right up to one of the people. Like they were standing there playing on their phones, expecting it to be Crazy Town, and it wasn't.
That's weird.
It was the weirdest fucking thing of my life.
And you were all hopped up on what?
Coffee.
2-day-old coffee?
Yeah, well, so we found one of the Dunkins that is open, and like the guy, it was the same miserable dude that was there last year, but it's like he was prepared for it.
Yeah.
And so I pounded this hot extra. No, I got my extra large iced coffee. I pounded that shit after about an hour. Oh, and I ate a sausage, egg, and cheese at fucking 3:00 in the morning. Let me tell you, didn't sit well later.
Of course not.
Oh, with that coffee in there? I mean,
Yeah.
isn't that how is the 2 basic ingredients in concrete?
Yes.
Did you get the sausage, egg, and cheese on the
Croissant.
on the
Croissant?
the styrofoam croissant?
Well, the styrofoam is actually nice and soft. But anyway,
Yeah.
so then we went to Bed Bath and Beyond. Literally,
Yeah.
they opened at 6, and we didn't walk into the store until like 6:05. We were the first people to walk in,
Wow.
and I'm like, this is the weirdest thing. But here's something. I'm going to shout out this Bed Bath and Beyond.
Okay.
The lady in line thanked us.
The cash register
Yep.
person?
I think she
Cashier.
was the manager.
Okay.
She thanked us for coming to the store and buying. She's
Oh,
like, you
wow.
have no idea how appreciative we are to see you here to buy this product. And I was like, wait, what did you say? She's like, thank you so much. And I was like, no problem. She's like, not a lot of people come to the store anymore. And I was like, wow. That was the first time I actually got hit by the internet reality
Yeah.
Mhm.
of like how people would rather order something and get it in 2 or 3 days rather than drive to their lazy ass to the store and buy what they want and walk out with it.
Yeah. Well, it's inconvenient to do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But when is that inconvenient to get the thing that you want right now rather than wait 3 fucking days?
That's true. I mean,
Well,
right?
sometimes it's not. It depends on what you got, you know?
No. I get it. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is it was just shocking to me. And like I was telling my wife, I was like, I'm going to go back to that store,
Yeah.
even if I pay $10 more, because these people actually appreciate my business.
Yes.
Because like, guess what? If people aren't going to the store, that store is going to close. And then you're only when you need that one fucking thing that is so easy to get. And I'm going to use Best Buy as an example.
Yeah.
Years ago, if you needed a SATA cable for your PC, you could drive to Best Buy and get it. Best Buy doesn't have that shit anymore. You have to order it
Right.
unless there's a PC store around you.
Right.
Or some PC, like stupid PC cable, or like a fucking HDMI converter. Like you go to Target, they don't have them all anymore,
right.
or
Mhm.
Best Buy. And if you do, they're like $80 fucking dollars
Yeah, it's stupid.
because they're like, we're going to get that impulse guy who needs it right now. And we're going to like take him for his money.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Black Friday.
Well, Black Friday, people are a little concerned still about the COVID.
Oh, yep.
yeah, but well, okay. So maybe it's that. Yeah, but no, actually, was it last Black Friday? It was fucking insane. And it was Black Friday. It was COVID heaven.
Yeah, I feel like COVID was worse last November
Mhm.
Right.
than it is currently.
I don't know if it was COVID or how about if those stores didn't print ads, maybe people stayed home because they didn't think that they were doing Black Friday.
Oh, I think that could be it.
Yeah.
And something else I noticed is like Best Buy, except their door busters. I'm doing my quotation marks. Other than their door busters, they had all of the shit that was on sale all week. So you could just order whatever you wanted all week.
Yeah.
When I was at Best Buy during the week before Black Friday, I have never seen so many fucking TVs in the store ever in my life. There was literally thousands of TVs spread across the
What?
floor everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, Black Friday is the biggest time. Black Friday and 4th of July are the biggest TV sales of the year.
Yep.
Because that's when you get the best deals. So if you need electronics, 4th of July and Black Friday are the two best days to buy your TVs or whatever.
Yeah, 4th
Fun
of July is when my roommate Paulo and I bought the TV we have.
Yeah, it's the best deals.
It's 65-inch 4K non-smart TV. It was under $400.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
It was like $395.
TVs are cheap now, man. You want a new TV? Now is I'm telling you, Kitty, for until Christmas, if you need a new TV, now's the time because you're not going to see a cheap price like this until 4th of July week.
It's so weird.
But I will say though, our TV is like a garbage brand. But like,
who cares?
Yeah, it's not a smart TV, which is kind of hard to find, believe it or not. And then it's the speakers were like sound like they're underwater, but who cares? Like a month later, we both saved up and split a Roku soundbar. And
but that's what I'm saying. But dude, like, and here's the thing: you guys are probably going to spill beer down it. But even if you don't spill beer down it, like you're going to be funneling through the TV. Like even if you don't do that, if you buy a TV and it dies in 2 years or 3 years and you paid a couple $100 for it, just buy another one.
Right. Exactly.
It's not like before where like your parents bought the tube TVs and it lasted them 40 years.
Right.
Maybe if we get the TV drunk, we'll get free HBO.
Right. Exactly. But
I've had stupider thoughts.
So the other thing was, so I went to a GameStop and just to see, and there was nobody there. And when I walked up to the sign, it said, this store has 13 OLED Nintendo Switches in stock, and it has 0 PlayStation 5s, 0 Xbox Series X's. So during this whole process of Black Friday, I was online searching. I ended up acquiring via the webs 2 PlayStation 5s and an Xbox Series X.
Nice.
And they're all gone. Friends who have kids that I care about a lot, their kids are going to have the best Christmas of their life this year.
That's awesome. That's good.
And now I have access to one more PlayStation 5, and I'm torn whether I should buy it for myself and keep it because I'm truly a PC gamer.
Right.
But like sometimes there's a game like on PlayStation only or Xbox. Well, Xbox is smart. Every game that comes out for Xbox is available for the PC day one.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, do I really need a PlayStation that I'm not going to play? Probably not. Just to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the controller sucks ass.
Oh, I love the Xbox controller.
No, the PlayStation controller sucks ass. The Xbox controller is the greatest controller ever created.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Xbox Series X, like they're coming out with the original Xbox controller size for the new system. Like the original Xbox controller.
Oh, way smaller, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Anyways, last thing before I wrap up my rambling hour. I played the Halo Infinite multiplayer.
Yes, that's what I was trying to play when my PC died.
Right. It was fun. It brought back like the nostalgia, but it almost feels like it's dated. The style of first-person shooter.
Yeah.
It feels dated to what we're playing now.
Compared to like Call of Duty.
Well, Call of Duty or anything, it's a different type of game, but like it's first-person shooter, but like when you zoom, it like almost like goes to like a third-person zoom, not like the gun up and you're looking through the reticle.
Oh, I see.
Unless you're using a sniper rifle.
Right.
It's just a different style of game.
Yeah.
And it's been so long since I played Halo. It took me all night to finally like get my groove on it. But like by the end of the night, I was starting to understand. Ding, ding, ding. Kitty's trying to get a hold of Kitty. So he's ringing the bell.
No, that's my, for what I got Kitty, I got my balls bronzed, and that's, I'm hitting them with a little mallet right now here.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't even know. I never thought that sentence would exist in the universe.
Surprise!
That was great. It's not meant. It takes a lot to make Marcus speechless.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
Anyways, oh shit. In SWOTOR news, as I said earlier, the expansion of Legacy of the Sith has been announced. It's coming out December 14th, 2021. It will be delayed, but it's coming out on the 14th. Yeah, it's cool. So I
call this segment Marcus trying to talk while being distracted.
No. So I'm pulling it up. So Katie from the Nerds Community Discord has they're doing a charity ops race December 11th, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific. Oh, that's dumb. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time, the real time zone.
Right.
They're going to go ahead.
Bleh.
Yep.
West Coast, Best Coast. Sorry.
So they are they're doing donations. So if as you dono, you're going to be getting items like from the cartel market. So if you dono $10, you're going to get a gold item. You donate 50, you're going to receive a platinum item. $100 donation, receive 2 platinum items. They've already reached their $1,000 goal, and
Nice.
It says prizes quadrupled. Oh,
wow.
So I don't know. It says the Discord, which is discord.gg/YCTTSFM. It doesn't say. It says it's hosted by You Can't Take the Sky From Me, but it does not say if it's going to be streamed on Twitch. I'm just looking. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, it does not say it's going to be streamed on Twitch, but I'm guessing it's going to be if there's going to be like donations and stuff.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. I will put that in the announcements channel in the Discord. I will be streaming at that time for a little while. Oh, no, it's actually 7. I'll be ending stream if I go the full 12 hours.
Nice.
But we will probably, I definitely will be supporting them in that. Shout out to Katie. You're awesome. Thanks for sending that over.
Mm-hmm.
So today we got an announcement from Jackie, the community manager for SWOTOR. And it says, for transparency and context for those who are reading the dev tracker only, the choosing your combat style for existing characters text being referenced in this thread is from the separating story and gameplay article that was published a while ago. There's been an update to this. Prepare for your excitement to the expansion to be sucked out and sent into the space. We originally planned to allow players to switch their primary combat style with existing characters upon loading up 7.0. Unfortunately, we discovered some technical hurdles that will prevent us from supporting that. So upon login, existing characters maintain their existing advanced class, which will be converted into their first combat style, and all eligible players will still be free to choose their second combat style. So if I'm reading this correctly, you're not going to be able to do your combat styles if you have an existing character. It's only going to be for new characters. Is that how you read that, Kitty?
I'm trying to decipher it exactly. Upon login, existing characters will maintain their existing advanced class, which will be converted into their first combat style. Does that mean the first combat style of the 3 that you get to choose from, or the first one that you are already playing?
Already playing. That's how I read it. How did you hear that, Nick?
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like whatever advanced class you have, like if you're a marauder, right? You have to, that's your first combat style. Like you have to play as a marauder. You can't go from marauder to something else.
Right. And eligible players will still be free to choose their second combat style.
That's the sentence that confuses me. I don't know what they mean by that.
I think that means that so for instance, like let's say that my main is a Jedi Guardian.
Okay.
we're stuck with Jedi Guardian. I am not going to be able to change that at all. However, I will be eligible to choose a second combat style, and that will be changeable. So I don't think it's that bad. And it sounds like from the wording in the paragraph that they'll eventually fix it.
Yeah. I'm going to be uber negative here. I just feel like this 10th year expansion feels more like just a regular game update than a big expansion. Now, people have said to me, well, other games release their expansion because it's the story and then release the operation, which, yes, I do agree that like Destiny does that. They release their expansion and then a month later or 2 weeks later, they release a raid. I'm okay with that because you have to gear.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like so many of these items that were supposed to be in this 10th year extravaganza expansion has just been delayed or pushed in anything. And I feel like the 10th year expansion is going to be spread all over the 10th year, which they have said that. But I feel like they've taken that to the extreme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the gearing, okay, like it's going to take a little while to gear, sure, your characters, but like how long is the expansion, the story content going to actually be?
Yeah, maybe an hour.
No, because Onslaught was like 2 to 2.5, right? So, and you got to figure one of the Flashpoint is going to be at least an hour your first time through.
Oh, I thought you were talking about just story.
Yeah, that is the
time.
story. Yeah, story time. It's going to be, I would say, maximum of 3 hours content.
I could see
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, to me, like you're in like the combat styles is the whole point of this game. And for me, I do not want to create another tune and have to then level that tune again just to use the combat styles. Like what I was really excited for this expansion is I was going to be able to take my Jug tank and have it as my tank, but also make it a Marauder. So then I can just play one character, both things that I love to do, and be done.
But won't you be able to do that?
Not the way I'm reading this. The way I'm reading it is your existing characters will not be able to use the combat styles. You're only going to be able to be the advanced class that you are.
See, that's what I don't understand about that last sentence. It's like eligible players will be able to have a second to choose their second combat style. See, I don't know if your second combat style is like you can choose whatever you want, then it basically functions how you thought it was gonna.
Right. That's why I read it.
You know, it's like, hey, you're
stuck with what you've chosen already
for the first
one.
one.
You do get a second
alternate
combat style of whatever you want.
Right. And instead of being like, hey, you've got a Jug, right? You can make the Jug into a Marauder and a whatever gunslinger.
Yeah, so I guess I was just I don't know. And like for all of this time, like I feel like every time they talk about the expansion, it just sucks more life out of the excitement in the room. Like I'm excited for the expansion because we've been starving for content for so long. It's the SWTOR way, but like, it's also, you know, it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but I am just so waiting to see what it really is. Like I will become happy or I'll become upset once I'm playing the game itself. It just, after playing however many MMOs that I played, it's just, you never really know until it's happening. So that's why I haven't gotten myself really in a lather about anything, because it's really nothing until it's either what it is or what I really got tongue tied there.
I know what you're trying to
say. I'll believe it when I see it. Like if they say, hey, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. And then a month later, they recant what they're saying and then they recant it again. I'm like, I don't take any of that into exception until I actually see what they've done. Like I don't trust them. I guess. I mean, they can promise the world, but you don't know what you're going to get until you actually get it.
Right. Yes, I'm with you. Well said. In AIE news,
Tuesdays are the place to be in AIE. So Tuesdays are our fun open guild night called Mandatory Fun Night, where the fun is mandatory, but attendance is not. So this weekly event runs every single Tuesday from 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time
to 11.
To 11 or so. Be there if you so choose.
And then the fourth Saturday of every month is
isn't there something every first Friday?
Oh yeah, why isn't it there, Nick?
Because you didn't took it out of the template. So the first Friday of every single month is Master Mode Flashpoints. So Flashpoints are 45 minutes to an hour of group fun content, and Master Mode means it's the most difficult flavor of a Flashpoint. So we'll take you through some difficult Flashpoints and show you how it's done and have some fun in the process. That's the first Friday of every single month. Meanwhile, the fourth Saturday of every month is my favorite event.
Why?
What is that?
Well, first of all, do you guys understand 4 Saturdays?
No.
Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but do you know what that sounds like?
I have no idea.
It's Saturday, and it's Mega, the monthly Epic Guild activity, where we'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. Mega.
In our post-production,
yep,
the show takes that out, the loudness, and it balances you.
Yeah.
And it takes away, but like every time I fucking hear it, I die laughing every time.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't get old at all.
Yeah.
You're getting better at it too.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So this year's Mega falls on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Christmas Eve.
No, it will be on New Year's Day. Oh yeah, so it will be falling on Christmas Day. So we may have to bump it
Christmas Day. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, we might move it to the Sunday or move it to New Year's Day, the Saturday of New Year's Day, because that'll be fun as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. Be the first day of the first of the year on
Wait a minute. Back it up. The 26th, we're doing a family thing here, right?
Yes.
With the Greek side of the family.
Yes.
I'm going to have to take the 27th off.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get shit wasted, dude.
I just realized that. Yeah.
Because like I told everybody, it's like from 1 to 4.
That's not happening.
No, I know it's not.
It's going to be 1 to 12:30.
Yes.
Well, it'll be like 1 to 4.
No, it'll be like 1 to 8.
And then the trickle out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
people trickle out, and then we're just going to drink face.
And then I'll just the bottle of scotch, and it'll be all over.
Anyways, if all this sounds fun to you, go
to AIE-guild.org, jump in the Discord, and ask for Guild Invite. You can find the link for the Discord in the top right-hand corner of the webpage. Whether or not you play Star Wars: The Old Republic or any of the other games we play, we would love to have you.
I was actually excited that I was going to get to say that, and you fucking shut me down.
That's why I did it. That was great.
Like, you make me sad.
Wait, what games do we play, though, Marcus, besides Star Wars?
I don't know. We're past that. You already stole that. You stole my heart. Okay?
Stole his thunder.
Yeah, you stole my heart, Nick. But anyway, what I didn't talk about is there's a new meta on my stream.
Okay.
And it's the Marcus P break.
Yes.
So listen.
Marcus P's more than I do.
Well, that's because
notice we've been recording for 2 hours, but not really. You've heard an hour and a half of it, probably.
Yes.
And you know how long Marcus's streams are? About 2 hours. And I have witnessed Marcus P at least twice in this amount of time.
So the difference between right now and my stream is that there's a button that says hydrate. And Quinn and everybody else thinks it's fucking hilarious to keep spamming the hydrate. So I drink like 70 fucking ounces of water in 3 hours.
All right.
And I'm doing the fucking dance, the ADD dance. And like the whole camera and the desk is shaking because my legs are going a million fucking miles an hour.
Yeah, like mine are now.
Right. And
mine too.
Well, mine too, but like all the time, but like it's bad. And it's hilarious because like, and it's gotten to the point now where I'm like, oh, what's that? You need some help? Sure, I'm on my way. Chat doesn't fall for it. He's fucking peeing again.
Exactly.
We're telling Nick, like, his bladder is the size of a fucking pastini pasta, or like the little stars.
Yep. The star pastas. Smaller than a pea or whatever Marcus
Oh,
says.
shout out, my pink shorts came in for the stream.
Oh, I saw them, and they are indeed short. And that's not a lot of material.
And I kind of want to have a camera above my head
So you can...
so you can see the pink shorts at all times in my thunder thighs.
Yeah.
And your
those
ball
thighs-
sack hanging out.
The piece of gum stuck to your shorts.
Anyway, so we know that Kitty and Nick have to pee, so we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So today we're talking about the new Marvel show on Disney Plus. It's Hawkeye. Where do you want to start? It's about a hawk and an eye.
I thought it was about a brown eye.
Yes. Marcus, can you click the footnote, please, so I can edit this sometime this evening? You click enter. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you've been living under a rock and don't know about the show, first and foremost, spoilers. We're talking about all 3 of the episodes that are out currently. 1, 2, and 3 on Disney Plus. If you have not if you've not watched the show, turn back now or forever be spoiled. Enjoy the spoilage. So first off, are you guys liking it? How are you liking the show?
Well, first of all, I didn't know it existed until Marcus told me that we were going to be talking about it.
Oh,
And
fair enough.
I am not really a fan of Marvel. Like, I enjoy it when I watch it, but I don't know. I'm just like not.
You're not
I've
like
never
following...
really been into it. Yeah,
I get you.
but and I went into this very cynical, and it had its moments. It's kind of it feels like it's made for kids, and
yeah,
I ended up watching all 3 and realizing that, oh shit, I watched all 3. Like, they do really good storytelling, and I enjoyed it. It was all right.
A little backstory before we get into it. Have you watched all the Marvel movies, or a lot of them?
I've watched some of them. I've
Okay.
watched all of the Avengers.
Okay.
And then you've seen, that's basically where Hawkeye is. Only
Yeah,
is
yeah. I
Avengers.
noticed. I knew him.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, oh, it's Hawkeye.
So I guess for me, I talk about it all the time, how when I don't really watch these shows. Like, I was really excited for WandaVision because we were like in a drought and we were in a pandemic.
Yeah.
And like, shit was really messed up and we were all starving for some really good content. And WandaVision was fucking amazing. It's still one of the best shows ever created, in my opinion now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just the whole way the show worked was amazing. But like, this show, I was excited. Well, I was not excited for it because I was just like, ugh, do we really need a Hawkeye show? Just like the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, we didn't need that show.
No.
And like, we don't need the Book of Boba Fett show. Like,
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy indeed, sir.
but my point is,
Shun the non-believer.
Set him on the fire.
Stone the witch.
so I didn't, like Loki, I didn't watch at first, and then I watched it and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you are right. The way Marvel tells stories is like, they fuck with your emotions wonderfully,
Yeah.
right? Like little things. And it could be just so stupid, but they're really good. So this show starts off in a beautiful, it looks like a high-end apartment in New York City in 2012.
Well, that's cool.
And I was like, okay, so this is pre-attack.
Right.
So something is going to happen where there's an attack and they're going to show it. So it starts off with this little girl And all of a sudden this attack happens and they blow up the side of her building.
Yeah, it's the Chitauri attacking New York City from the first Avengers movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I loved is the first thing she sees is the Chitauri attacking and like gonna kill her, and Hawkeye shoots an arrow from like 700 yards away and blows him up. And then she's watching and he jumps out of the fucking building in that like iconic moment.
Yeah, it's slow-mo, spins around,
Yeah.
shoots the grappling hook arrow at the top of the building, and then swings into the building
Right.
through a window.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It was
And
cool to see it
she's-
from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Right. And from that point, and then like she finds her mom and she's like, is there anything I can do? And she's like, fuck yeah, get me a bow and arrow. So instantly it's like
He like motivated her to be
better.
and change and want to be awesome.
Right.
She's like, I want to be like that guy. That in this chaos which she didn't realize at the time, but like her dad dies in
Right.
the attack. She's like, in this chaos, this guy's being a badass and helping everybody. I want to be like that, and I'm going to train my ass off.
Right. Because don't forget, at this point, nobody knows who the Avengers are.
Right.
Like it's not a thing.
right. This is her first glimpse of like somebody being super.
Right. And
Right.
he's not actually super.
Right.
He's just
It's
really
just
good
at
with the bow.
aiming.
Yeah, he trained really well.
He's like a special forces guy, based mercenary, because he's good with a sword too, obviously.
Well,
As-
I found one of the things interesting about the new character,
Mm-hmm.
the soon to be new Hawkeye,
Yeah, Kate
That-
Bishop is her name.
that her dad said that I am going to protect you no matter what, and then he dies. So
Right.
she
She,
has who's going to protect her now? Who's going to protect her mother as well? And so she takes on that responsibility.
She's like, well, I'm gonna protect myself and my mom.
That's a great point. I didn't actually think about that.
She's like, that guy's protecting the city. I'm gonna be like him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like Hawkeye, because she's like a martial arts champion too, and all kinds of different things, and then also like crazy good at archery.
Right. So, needless to say, then it fast forwards to today, and just so happens that it's Christmas time in New York City. And so it fast forwards and it takes you, and now you see Hawkeye, which is Clint,
Good old Clint.
and he's standing in a Broadway play.
Yeah.
And at first it's like
What's the name of the Broadway play is called Rogers.
Right.
okay, yeah. And all of a sudden you see the characters and it's the fucking Avengers
Yeah.
and they're singing and dancing and doing the Broadway thing. I'm laughing my ass off. And then one of Hawkeye's kids turns to him and starts talking to him, and he can't hear him. He's just ignoring him. I'm like, wow, this guy's really into this thing. And then he pushes the thing in his ear, which is his hearing aid. And he's like, oh, what did you say? You're not even listening to this.
Right.
And he's like, oh, I'm going to go get some water. And he leaves about halfway through. Clearly his kids knew that shit.
was like bothering him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they leave. And so the story is Clint's there in New York City with his kids for Christmas, but his wife stayed home.
Right. Just to be like, hey, you can go have some time with the kids, just enjoy the kids type of thing.
Right. You know, I kind of just sidebar here real quick.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for them, the kids, because they're in New York City and it's the worst pizza on the planet.
Oh my God, blasphemy!
I actually agree with that.
Oh, both of you. I'm going to build a special pyre for each of you.
I don't like. Let's take the sidebar through. Let's be thorough with the sidebar. I don't like big New York pizza, New York style, because it's like it's too thin, it's way too mega greasy, and it just like flops all over the place. And like for me, I like a pizza with a thicker crust because I like a lot of sauce. So like my cheese to sauce ratio is completely screwed up with New York pizza. It's all cheese and it's like not a lot of sauce, and it's floppy, and it's just not what I want in pizza. The ratios are all off.
See, I don't know. I just see the Chicago style's too much.
That
Oh,
that
that's the
could be
best.
too. I like a Chicago style. My favorite is a Greek pizza.
Yeah, it's like in between.
It's between Chicago and New York.
No, it's like in between Chicago and still a thicker crust.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm so far in this show, I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued by what's happening.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have like two storylines basically happening. You have Hawkeye and his family are in New York City. He takes them to the Broadway play. They're supposed to have a whole thing, and he's going to go back home. Well, some stuff happens, and he notices that someone's using his old Ronin suit on the news.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, crap. And he I forgot what they're on the news for. I think beating up a bunch of gangsters. And he's like, well, I got to go investigate that. Kids, you go home to mom. I'll be there as soon as I can. And the whole shtick is he's lamenting that he can't be home for these Christmas activities. Right. They're going to, one day they're going to build gingerbread houses. One day they were going to watch.
They've got a syllabus.
Have a movie marathon. One day they were going to, I forgot what the other thing. Lots of Christmas activities, right? Each kid got to pick their own day, and they're going to just spend a bunch of time as a family doing Christmas stuff. And it means a lot to Clint, because family was his main motivator throughout all those movies. A lot of times the Avengers, he's like, hey guys, I don't care. Let's get this done so I can get back home to my family. Back home to the family. And even after, I don't remember which movie, I think, but it was before Infinity War, he was retired. And they had to drag him away from his family in Infinity War to go fight. So, and then of course the snap happens, and he loses his family for 5 years.
Right.
And that's when he goes super dark and becomes Ronin and kills all the various gangs, like the Mexican cartels, the Yakuza. Apparently he had some run-ins with the tracksuit mafia, which are in this show. But so anywho, he's with his family, sees that someone else wearing his suit, his Ronin suit, and goes, oh crap, I got to deal with this, and sends him home. So meanwhile, at the same time, you've got Kate Bishop, this little girl inspired by Hawkeye, having some inter-family trouble. So she's from a super crazy rich family. It's got that dope penthouse.
That house is awesome.
Yes. Yeah. And it's an apartment that's the size of a house on the very top of a skyscraper, basically, is what it seems like, which is crazy. And everything is stone, and it's immaculate and beautiful. And her dad dies in the attack, right? Then she comes to home from college because she shoots an arrow at a bell tower to ring the bell, and it accidentally breaks the bell off, and it the bell is giant, obviously, and collapses the whole tower. So she gets in trouble, gets expelled, comes back home to rich mom, who's got a new boyfriend. Scratch that, a new fiance. And the fiance just so happens to be a sword collector, and they go to some fancy I don't know what it is. It's
underground.
Charity. Yeah, it's a charity event. Then it also has this underground auction selling goods, and they're selling off the Ronin sword, which he's bidding with his uncle against the fiance now. And there's interfamily drama. All of a sudden, they get the sword, and the Ronin suit is also there, but the tracksuit mafia attacks the whole underground auction. So in the chaos, Kate puts on the Ronin suit and starts beating up the tracksuit mafia, and that's how she gets on the news and gets involved with Clint. Is that a good summary so far?
That is a great summary. You did
wow,
a great
that is
job.
fantastic. Yeah, I'm just
I could see it in my head while you're
while he's
you're
going on, and I'm listening going, holy fuck, has he even taken a breath yet? And I'm thinking about it, and I'm just like, damn. What is wild about this is as soon as you meet Jack, right? That's the stepdad.
Jack or Jacques, one of the two.
Jack. So as soon as you meet him, you see that mustache, and you're like, this dude's bad news.
I have a
bad
mustache,
news bears.
But I've got a Farva mustache.
Oh my god,
I love Farva. Team Ramrod.
Leader of Cola. But Jack has an evil villain mustache. Exactly. You expect him to talk like that. And he collects all these swords, right? Kate is a master at everything, essentially, all combat stuff. She's great at fencing, has fencing trophies, has martial art trophies, has archery trophies. So she meets this guy, and there's automatically tension because stepdad, right? Then also
and it's kind of fucked up. She finds out about this guy being stepdad at a party,
right?
That's a douche move
to be yeah, that's true too. The mom could have told her, beforehand, and then goes, "Oh, come to this party with me tonight." She's like, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah, that
Then-
seemed weird, right?
Yeah, like, "Oh, just come to this party and we'll chat at this very public event." And then she's like, "By the way, we're engaged," but she doesn't even find out from her mom and Jack. Like, Jack's uncle accidentally tells her. So, like, you can tell this family dynamic's all fucked up.
Yeah.
You know?
Uncle
It seems-
asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Like it's so, but it's, I guess what I like about this is it's setting the tone for the next step.
Right.
Right.
It sets the tone that, like, this is not a good family situation. Like, even though she has her mom, they have money.
Well,
like,
I want to know,
the interpersonal dynamics suck.
like, clearly,
Mhm.
is she in college, or does she just not live at home and she hasn't been home for a while?
No, she was at college. That's what the bell tower thing was. She was at school with her friends.
Right.
It's like, fucking around. Yeah, let me ring the bell at night. It'll be funny. Ding dong. But then it accidentally breaks the whole bell tower.
Oh, kids.
Yeah, exactly. And then, which it was also weird that she was like, "Well, you shouldn't have done that, so I'm going to cancel your credit cards. And meanwhile, put on that dress I bought. You are going to a charity event tonight."
We're going to
That's
a
it.
very fancy regalia.
Right. Yeah, it's like, okay. It was strange that she wasn't mad at all, that she just got expelled from school and just did, like, probably several $100,000, if not $1 million+ dollars.
Oh, yeah. That bell's toast.
Right. So, anywho, then after the party, she's sneaking around. She doesn't trust the uncle. Oh, I should say, during the party, Jack's uncle, she overhears threatening her mom over some argument. So after the party, she's still in the Ronin suit. She breaks into the uncle. It's at the same, I think it's at the same place, isn't it?
Yes.
She breaks into the party is at, like, his office or some ballroom, whatever. She breaks into his office and boom, bam, he's dead. He's been stabbed by a sword several times.
So
There's evil afoot.
is it Jack?
Right.
Because Jack in the secret, like, Triceratops blacklist auction,
Yeah.
he said she's not worth it. Don't mess with her anymore.
Right.
So my question is did Jack kill him, or is it meant to look like Jack killed him, but there's a bigger problem going on in the background?
That's what I don't know.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Kitty.
I
go
think it's Jacques, and I think that the sword that was used to do it was Ronan's sword, thus, making it look like Ronan's back.
I see. I also think that, so there's also a money tie into this, right? So if you rewind way back to the beginning of the first episode, the mom and the dad, Kate's mom and dad, the Bishops, are talking about how they should sell the penthouse. The dad doesn't want to sell it, and because they're tight on money, right? So they're, like, rich, but kind of not that rich anymore, or something like that. They have, like, a family history of wealth, but, like, times are tough or something like that.
Right. They don't have any liquid assets.
Right. So then the dad's like, no, the attack happens, you forget about that. Fast forward to later. Now, apparently, the mom is head of this security company, which seems like surveillance security. Like, they have all kinds of crazy tech and stuff. And she appears to be fine financially.
Right.
But so I don't know how that got reconciled. But then also, Jacques and his uncle are bidding on the Ronin sword at the auction. And Jacques' uncle makes the comment, "Hey, you don't have $400,000.
Right, exactly.
And he's like, "Well," and then Jacques goes, "Oh, I'm going to inherit it soon anyways." And inherit it is a funny wording for that. Because you would think if he meant, "Oh, my wife's got money, it's fine," he wouldn't say inherit. He's saying,
if she was to be killed.
If she was to be killed, yes. Or if his uncle was to be killed and he got his money, then he would get money.
But I don't know. It's not clear of what they were actually planning, what they were angry with each other about.
Exactly. So that's vague. Then the uncle dies, right? So now Jack is wealthy, presumably from his uncle. But it also could be maybe Mrs. Bishop wasn't all that wealthy. And she's been, like, charading along as this wealthy person or something like that. And now she was in on killing the uncle.
With
With
they're in
Jack.
it together. I never thought of that.
They're in it together. Because then they're in it together. And for whatever reason, the uncle was, like, arguing with her. So maybe she was planning some larger plot. And the uncle didn't want to go along with it. Boom, bam. Now they both have more money and more influence and power and things. And he's out of the way. Interesting.
Wow. Like, I never thought of it like that. Maybe the mom killed him.
Then maybe that
Yeah.
brings
Well,
up that point too. She
so
could have killed him too.
the mom. So in the old comics, the mom is, I forget her name, but she's more than meets the eye. She has her own shtick.
Like superhero-y thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like and just like Jacques is the swordsman in the comics.
Yeah.
And in the comics, they were allies, and then the swordsman turned bad.
Yeah.
So it's really unknown. And that's why I like this show, because the show is very like murder mystery feel to it.
Yeah.
And like very like Apprentice. You know what I mean? Like it's hitting two cool marks for me. Like and it comes back to my job. There's nothing better than teaching somebody who doesn't know shit how to do something and then learn. Example,
Yeah.
Nick can do a hardwood floor by himself without me and do the baseboard on top of it. And he learned that shit without even knowing how to read a tape measure.
Yeah. That's awesome. But you see Kate like doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Going from like, yeah, she has all these raw skills of like fighting, archery, sword fighting, but she doesn't know how to like apply it to be a superhero properly.
Right.
You know?
And clearly, for me, this is like Clint's retirement show.
Yeah.
Like this is the end of Clint as Hawkeye, and
Yeah.
Kate Bishop is going to be the new Hawkeye for the next 20 years.
Right.
Like Clint is going to ride out in the sunset because he's at the end. I foresee it at the end. He's going to be like, look I'm never missing another gingerbread house.
Right.
I'm done. He's going to hand her his bow and be like, good luck, kid.
See you
You're an
later.
adventure.
Here's the number for the arrow guy.
And it would be nice to see for
Yes.
a change. We always get the heroes dying. It would be nice to see him finally get time with his family.
In his actual retirement.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Another thing that I really like, I don't know which episode it was in, but where Clint's talking to his wife
Mhm.
and telling her that he's not going to be able to make it.
That was episode 2.
Yeah.
And she wasn't pissed, and he wasn't lying to her. He was
Right.
straight up with her. They were both in it together. And
Right.
I
She's
found
like,
that
"Oh, it's
so fucking refreshing that,
yeah.
he's not lying to her or, belittling her intelligence and sneaking around. He's just like, hey, yeah, I got to do this. And she's like, okay, babe, well, be careful. What kind of deal's going on? They have a total repertoire, which I thought was fucking cool.
That was really cool.
And it
I would-
kind of made the family dynamic that much tighter.
Right. Because it's not like the family's like doing their thing and the dad's like got a shitty relationship with them. Like they all know that dad has to go do stuff. And they're like, man, it sucks that he has to go do stuff, but we get it.
Right. Exactly.
It's not like I don't know what other superheroes, maybe Punisher or something. No, his family's
Well, it's
dead.
just like everybody's kind of in the dark
right.
in other families where they're all up front. They're all on the kind of the same page. And I
Right.
just found that to be, that's what that's what
supposed to be like.
it's supposed to be like. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not that played out trope where he's having to hide everything from his loved ones.
right. I thought that was wicked refreshing.
But something. So,
Go ahead.
so as the plot moves forward through the 2 episodes, Kate is talking to his mom and Jack, and she's calling his bullshit out because she's like, "What's up with all the swords?"
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's like, oh, I used to fence. She's like, oh, me too.
And so they decide to fence in the middle of their foyer,
And they're like, yeah.
and Kate isn't stupid, and Jack is letting her win.
Right.
And she's like, stop letting me win. Stop letting me win. And he's like, I'm not.
Like you're a very good fencer.
Yeah, you're a very good
You
fencer."
are very good.
But she knows that he's playing her because of the way he's looking at her.
Right.
He's like mocking her to get her to do it.
Right.
So he doesn't have his mask on, and she attacks. That dude whips his fucking sword around and takes her sword out of her hand. And she's like, Seema, he's hiding something. Peace out.
Right.
And Jack's like, I'm going to go get dressed.
Right.
And right there, that something dark is in the shadows.
Mhm.
Right.
And I think I don't know if Jack's working for the Kingpin or who he's working for, right?
Yeah.
But clearly he's marrying the mom for that security company.
Yeah, for like connections.
It's a security company because don't forget, Kate turned on her phone with that security company to find Clint.
Right.
So clearly this security company can find people easily.
It's like NSA type access.
Correct. So like clearly like Jack is like, I got to get this information for his said boss.
Right. Exactly. It's interesting. I thought it was a cool little thing too. Like while Kate's in the office and finds the dead uncle, Armand, I just remembered his name.
Yes.
She sees like he's got Armand the Third branded butterscotches
Yes.
on the wrapper.
That's how second episode ends.
Right. And she sees that, and then like later after she has that conflict with Jack, something happens and she's like they're having a tiff, you know what I mean? And he's like, oh, do you want a butterscotch? And it's the same Armand the Third butterscotches, which like it could just be his uncle has a bunch of butterscotch, right? But like the hint is, hey, he was in that office too. Like it's wink wink nod nod, like nudge nudge, he killed him. Or at least he's trying to make you think that.
And I don't know about you guys, but that made me want butterscotch so bad.
Me
when
too.
He put it in his mouth. I was like, I started salivating. It was very Pavlovian.
Honestly, like all that guy makes me want to do is punch him in the face.
That mustache.
Yes. Like he has the I'm a douchebag, punch me in the face.
Oh,
Yeah.
he totally does.
Right. And they do such a good job with all of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the pizza dog has to do with it yet.
Oh yeah.
And then
Let's chat about episode 2's like overall thing.
Okay,
real quick.
one sec, guys. About the dog. Is that Nick Fury?
No.
oh, wait, see, I think it is.
How would that possibly be Nick Fury?
Like reincarnated? Or some
Nick
fucking
Fury's
weird
not
thing?
dead.
Or
Read the
put
comic.
into another body? I don't know.
Read the comics.
Okay. Well, I didn't read the comics, but hold on. So I know in the comics it's called Lucky the Pizza Dog, and they haven't called the dog Lucky yet. They just call her
Yeah, it hasn't gotten the name.
the pizza
yet.
dog.
Yeah.
Him, whatever. But
Loves pizza.
yes. What happened? So I think that's basically episode 1, right? We get the parallel stories.
It's all
Kate.
Yes.
It basically ends with Clint finding her in the Ronin suit. He like grabs her, rips the mask off, and he's like, "Fuck!" It's like some kid. You know what I mean?
yeah. And
He
then
thought it was like gonna be like a dude.
and then he has to LARP.
Oh yeah, he has to.
Oh, yeah.
How did she lose this? No. This is episode 2. So Kate has the suit. She's like knows somebody killed Armand. Thinks it's Jack. Probably. Maybe I might be screwing up my timeline. Goes back to her apartment with the tracksuit mafia guys still chasing her that she beat up with Clint, and then she's like forgets that her name is on the doorbell essentially, and so they're like, Kate Bishop, get out here. They burn down her whole apartment. The suit's back in there. Clint goes back to grab the suit, realizes it's gone because one of the firefighters grabbed it and was using it to LARP. So he has to go. There's a whole LARPing sequence, which I thought was pretty cool.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And it actually was like more character development
Yeah.
because
You see Clint like having to be with normal people and stuff.
right. And yeah, it's for me now, it's
It's
a good evolution for Clint because he let go of who he is
Yeah.
to be better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for me, like that means something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool, man. I'm pretty excited for that. And then episode 2.
Yeah. So in episode 2, Tracksuit Mafia burns her apartment. He goes to the LARPing sequence, gets the Ronin suit back. Now he's got the Ronin suit, but he's got to deal with the fact that the Tracksuit Mafia thinks that Kate Bishop is the Ronin. And he's like, hey, he's trying to clear her name. So he comes up with a plan. Hey, honey. That's when the phone conversation to his wife comes in. Hey, I'm going to be here for a while. I'm going to go she's like, what's the plan? It's like, I'm going to go with the catch and release. So he lets himself get caught by the Tracksuit Mafia. And he's saying, hey, that's not Ronin. Don't worry about it. He hasn't said that he was Ronin yet. They just know he's Hawkeye. And this character comes out, Echo, who's the second from the top for the mafia.
Yep.
And this other character who's completely deaf and has an amputated leg, I guess, like below the knee, something like that. In the comics, she's like has photographic reflexes and she can perfectly mimic another person's movements. Like, is super good at martial arts and acrobatics and things like that from like watching other people fight. She's supposed to be like another what do you call it, anti-hero, like it's kind of a villain but then not really a villain later.
Yep.
And so that's basically where the episode leaves off. Oh, I should say there's questioning Clint and then Kate is trying to rescue him and falls through the window, and then they're like, well, they're both there now.
But the thing about the second episode that I think you haven't mentioned is that this is really like the bonding episode,
right,
for Hawkeye and Kate. It's like the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Because when they were in their apartment and like the tracksuit mafia came, she got to show how good she is with the bow.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And it was his first glimpse of like, because he did
sure.
that like double take, like, whoa. And she's like, I told you I was good.
Yeah.
Or whatever she said.
That's a good point. I did leave that off. Because she beats some guys up, but he doesn't know that she's a really good actual potential superhero caliber fighter.
She's good at aiming too.
Right. Exactly. So I think that brings us to episode 3. Episode 3 I just watched today, so my analysis isn't as good. But
can I say something about episode 3 real quick?
Please do.
Okay. Episode 3 had what I consider to be the best car chase camera work I've ever seen.
I was gonna talk about that. Yeah.
It was all, or there was a huge one shot sequence that was so cool. If you don't like comic or you don't like superhero stuff, just check this out because it is at least that one really scene. Good.
So they get confronted by this Echo character, which is kind of a cool interaction between her and Clint. They fight their way out of there, right? But Clint loses his hearing aid in the midst of it, so he can't hear anything now. And Echo is deaf and is naturally deaf, so she goes to sign to him, and he doesn't really know how to sign back. So it's an interesting interaction between the two. Then they leave. They go outside. There's a fun quip about like, oh, I don't want to use this what it was a Charger, whatever the nicer one is. He's like, I'm not going to destroy a 1971 Charger. And then because I guess that's the car that they take in the comics, they grab this like beater car and start driving. And yeah, it's like a shot where the camera's in the car in like the back seat, and you're looking at Clint and Kate like talking, and then it just slowly rotates to the back seat, and you see like the mafia behind them, and then it just keeps rotating, and it's them driving, and other things happens, and Kate like jumps up and leans out the window, but it's like a 1 minute and change continuous shot.
It's so cool.
And then at some point, like it switches to like a hand cam, and it looks like all one shot again, and it like follows Kate out the window of the car to like on top of the car, and it's a wicked cool shot.
Mm-hmm.
I was geeking out over that too.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's, I mean, to a lesser degree, gonna be the new Matrix shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
that
was so cool looking.
I guess it was in reference to a shot from a different movie. It was something of Men. I forget. It was in the New Rockstars Breakdown. They talked about it, but it was like something like an homage to the director of those movies were like a super fan of this other director, obviously. So they chucked that in there. But
so
I
cool.
guess wicked cool. It looks amazing. I was pumped about it. There's some cool stuff with the arrows. So like Clint's driving and Kate is shooting, but Clint's handing her arrows. And so like there's different hijinks with the arrows. There's like a putty arrow. There's an obviously explodey one. She shoots like a suction cup type of one, and that's the one they end up needing later. But the coolest thing I thought was they both end up getting their bows in some action scenes in the chase, and Kate shoots he gives Kate a regular arrow to shoot up. He's like, all right, shoot that car, like, but aim super high so it goes through the top. She's like, okay. And then he takes out an arrow, and it says like this big contraption on the front with blue light like coming out of it, and it says PIM. So it's like PIM particles, aka like Ant-Man stuff. So Kate shoots a regular arrow way up in the air, and then Clint hits that arrow in the air with the Pym particle arrow, and it turns her regular arrow like enormous, like skyscraper size.
Super big.
And I don't know how that thing didn't take out the whole bridge, frankly. And then it destroys the back of one of the cars, obviously, and like stops them. And I thought that whole sequence was wicked cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But
I wonder if the pen or the arrow went into the river and stuck to the bottom.
it could have gone right through the bridge and just acted as like another support.
Right.
And then let's see. They escape, they jump over the edge, and they use the suction cup arrow to like stick to the train underneath and escape.
I get it now. I get it.
Yeah, and then she's like, that's why there's a plunger arrow. Ha ha ha. Then they have a cool bonding moment where they like, Clint can't hear her at all. So they say essentially the same thing, like, oh, that dog's been home alone all day. We really got to take it for a walk when we get back. That was cool. I think that's basically the episode, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I forgot. Okay. I got to go rewind.
The end.
What's the end?
You don't remember the end? The end.
No, that's the beginning, isn't it?
No, that's the end.
The Kingpin thing's in the beginning.
No, the end of the third episode. It has Clint walking around in the fancy penthouse apartment.
Oh, yes. Okay. That's right. Would you like to tell it, sir? So they go back to the penthouse to look for clues, I guess?
Yep, they're looking for, I forget exactly what they're looking for, but Clint starts making his way because his Clint
senses are tingling.
Tingling.
He gets his hearing aid back too. But I think I heard a footstep when I watched it. And then I see Clint like slowly walking through the house.
Right. And he starts walking and he's looking around, and all of a sudden a blade comes to his throat. And is
not just any blade.
Not just any blade, the Ronin blade. And not just anybody's holding it, but it's Jacques.
It's Jacques holding the blade. So you're going to get that confrontation, which is awesome. And that's the cliffhanger the episode ends on. But I would like to rewind real quick to the beginning of the episode. You see basically Echo's origin story a little bit. It's like, I don't know, less than 10 minutes or so of her upbringing, being deaf and stuff, but being super intelligent and being able to learn quickly. The cool thing is, though, in her karate lessons, which are like Tracksuit Mafia run, her dad was in the Tracksuit Mafia and drops her off and stuff. Then one event, it shows you the dad goes, "Hey, like, I'm not going to be able to pick you up from school from karate practice today. Uncle's going to pick you up." And she's like, "Oh, okay." Well, the shot stays on little like 7-year-old Echo, and then this like you see this giant suit figure in a suit. You don't see their face at all, just like their midsection essentially walk behind the dad. Then you see like the hand reach out and like pinch the cheek of Echo, and you hear like a laugh, and it sounds exactly like Vincent D'Onofrio, I think. So it's obvious that's Kingpin, which is cool because that's from the MCU Netflix TV shows, which were supposed to be owned by Netflix, so they must be doing a little bit of crossover there.
That's cool of them.
Well, Marvel still owns Marvel,
right? Well, they own that, but still, those sequences were
but they should
they
be.
Had a deal.
Listen, they all should be. All of the people from all of the shows. If it's happening in New York City, Daredevil should be there. Venom should be there. Spider-Man should be somewhere. Like it all should connect. Now, I'm not saying that Tom Holland Spider-Man should be in the show, but he is swinging around like the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man somewhere.
Right.
It's New York in current day, and all of the MCU is connected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope it's Kingpin because they need to bring him in, and it would be really cool if Kingpin comes a thing and like Kate Bishop Hawkeye and Tom Holland Spider-Man have a team up in one of their movies in New York City.
That would be cool.
And then throw in Daredevil.
I was just going to say, I want to see Matthew Murdock's Daredevil.
Right.
At least I would love to just a quick cameo, like at the end of the show or something, you know?
So to end the show, Nick, are you going to continue watching Hawkeye?
Yeah, every Wednesday for sure.
What do you think, Kitty?
I might.
That sounds like a hard no.
It depends. Like when I first started watching it, I actually ended up pausing it and watching The Mandalorian. But But now that I want to see what's happening, and I need closure, so I'll probably watch it. It might not be for a while, but I'll watch it.
I get it. I have one quick aside.
Okay.
Marcus, I want to hear what you say the first, though.
Well, I'm gonna watch it because I'm a lot like Kitty. Well, I like the show, but I want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Because if this follows Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, it's going to get intense as shit by the end.
Right.
And he's got 5 days before Christmas, and he's going to be home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna figure this out.
Right.
very
So
quickly.
this shit is going to be handled. Bing, bam, boom, donezo.
Right.
I never put that together that it's a countdown. That's
Well, he says
now
it when
I'm
he's
more
talking to his wife.
interested.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a countdown to Christmas because he promised
Right.
his daughter
promised-
he would be there for Christmas, and that dude will do whatever it takes to be there.
Yeah, and it's like, especially that phone call we got in that was this recent episode 3, where like Kate has to write on the paper to translate for him, and he's like missing certain days, the movie marathon or whatever. You can see it's like killing him. He's like, I'm getting back for fucking Christmas no matter what.
Yes.
Right.
Real quick before we wrap up the show, I just want to say I know it's I noticed a cool theme with like side characters around swords. So have you guys seen Eternals?
No.
Do you care if I spoil the post-credit scene?
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's the scene with, I want to call him Jon Snow, Kit Harington. I don't know his real name, but he's going to end up being like the Black Knight or something like that. Or like he finds the ebony blade at the end of it. And you hear a voice of the guy who's going to play Blade in the Blade movie. The new Blade, not Wesley Snipes, the new guy, say like,
Okay.
Are you sure you're ready for that? Whatever his name is. So like there's these sword and like knight characters, like a theme coming around. So you've got Ronin, but you've got Jock, who's like the swordsman. You've got the Black Ebony Knight or whatever. I think it's the Ebony Knight is the name because he's got an ebony blade. Blade obviously uses blades, but I know there's a Moon Knight show coming out too, and I think he uses a sword, but he's kind of a Batman type character. I'm just saying there's a lot of like knight and like sword themed characters coming around, which like you could see some sort of team up or something, and that could be interesting to get involved in. But that's all I wanted to, that's the only point I wanted to make.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Kitty, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me streaming at Twitch at twitch.tv/KittyKissz. You can listen to me, be a co-host of the UtiniCast at utinicast.com or wherever podcasts are found. You can come and look at pictures that I post of my cat and other stuff on Instagram at KittyKissz PDX. And we are redoing my YouTube page.
Ooh.
And it's looking pretty good. And we've been posting videos pretty regularly on there. So go check that out too.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.